Hi everybody, this is Scott Weidenkivowitz. Today I want to show you a cool preset pack called Replichrome. It's created by the company Totally Rad, or GetTotallyRad.com, and basically they marketed this as a competitor to the VSCO presets, and they went after VSCO with a vengeance, and really tried to compare themselves to it and say that they were better. And so I'm not going to compare them to VSCO, aside from just saying they're both film replications, pretty much. But they are very different at the same time. So this is the website, gettotallyrad.com/replichrome. Sorry. I will also link to this in the video and in the article as well. And you can see here they're all very nice. They look like some vintage films, but then there's some that look very modern and natural color. A little bit of a color fade here, but not much. And the preset pack, it's not cheap. You can see here it's not cheap. It's $100, $99 for Replichrome. But it is there are a lot that come included. So let me show you what I mean by that. So here we are inside of Lightroom, and you can see I've got a photo right here, and this is actually a family member. And right here you can see I have a bunch of presets. Now I have VSCO film, I have some for my friend Nicole, I've got some pretty presets here, I've got a lot. I even make my own presets. Now presets are not your endpoint. These are just there for basically inspiration, starting points. You should use a preset to just get it to where you need some sort of starting point, and then adjust from there. Now, I do make my own presets for some jobs where I need to use the same, look in every single photo. So at that point, I will use it as a final ending point. But for the most part, presets for me are just, where should I go from here? So I'll look through and get some inspiration. So Replichrome, there's 4 different folders right here. There is the black and white, the Fuji Color, the Kodak Color, and the Tweak Kit. So first I'm going to start I'll actually start in the black and white, and just to give you an idea, you can see here that there's some resets, so you can reset all the settings or just the film settings. So let's start here with the Kodak 400 CN, and you can see here it's just a very simple black and white, and then you've got minus, 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 and plus, which will either increase or decrease the effect. Here is this is Kodak Plus X. This is a very popular film, and then of course the most popular film would be T-Max and Tri-X, so Tri-X being Tri-X 400, and you can see here we can even add more of an effect to that. And what's going on here is it's switches to black and white, and it's doing some of the different changes with the highlights, the shadows, things like that. We go into the detail, it's gonna bump up the sharpening and the noise reduction, do all that kind of fun stuff to match that film effect. Now if I reset that, you can reset the film, or you can reset all of it and go back all the way to color. Now you can see here, it took a little bit, but I did reset 100%. Now let's go into the Fuji Color. Now here is where it gets really interesting, because they actually separated Fuji and Kodak, which I think is a great idea. But then what they do is they actually took they took 2 different scanners, I believe. They took a Fuji Frontier scanner and the Noritsu scanner. What they did is they replicated the look of Fuji 160C using a Frontier scanner versus a Noritsu scanner. So take a look at what happened. This is the Fuji 160C. That's with the Frontier scanner, and then here it is with the Noritsu scanner. So it's the same film replication, but scanned through 2 different scanners. So you can have multiple looks for the same film. And there you can see they're very slightly different. We can go here to the Fuji. Let's go to a different Fuji film. So here's Fuji Reala 100. And then here it is on the Noritsu. So you can see the Noritsu is a little bit warmer. The Fuji scanner is a little bit cooler. Let's reset that. And move on to the Kodak. Now Kodak, they did the same exact thing. We have Kodak Ektar 100 on the Frontier scanner, and the Noritsu scanner is going to be a little warmer. And again, same thing. Here's the very well-known Kodak Portra 160, and then on the Noritsu scanner. So you've got a lot of cool things you can do. And if let's go to a different photo, you can get an idea of how that looks with a different photo. Here is, let's add some grain. We'll go to the Portrait 800. That's on the Frontier scanner, and then here it is. You can see it's nice and warm, some interesting color tones, and then here it is on the Noritsu. And we can bump that up again, make that more contrasted, or bring it down a little bit. So I really like what they did, how they have the multiple color options, because one scanner is going to read different than another scanner. So I really like what they did with that. Now, then, excuse me, there is the Replichrome tweak kit. So you can see here that there's darkened skies with some black and white. We got some splits going on, some split toning. Here's some color, so we can actually decrease the saturation or reset the saturation. We can bump it up. There's some quick presets that they're doing. Some darken the skies. Now there's no sky in this photo, so let's actually let's reset that completely and go back to see if was there sky in this one. No, there wasn't. So I had to find a photo where there was sky. Let's go through some of these photos. Actually, go to the grid and let's see what we can do. All right, here's some fun ones. Go back to here. And here we will actually just, let's darken that sky in color. And you can see, look at the top. The sky is getting darker. It's not getting darker here because it's actually blown out, but you can see that right behind the trees, it actually did get darker. And then you've got some skin, orange skin reducer as well. We can bump up the saturation. Now let's say we want to take this and again, let's make this a black and white and have some fun with it. Now here it is on some Tri-X. So this is, in theory, this is what this photo would look like if I shot it on film on Tri-X 400. I love that film. So Replichrome, again, it's $99. It's not too cheap, but if you want to replicate some film, then it's a great choice because I really love what they did with that Frontier versus Noritsu scanner. Visco did not do that, but Visco handles the film replications very different. So again, I'm not comparing it to Visco, even though they both have film replications, they do it in very different ways. And again, it's for inspiration and starting points. So Replichrome is a great choice. If you don't have one already, definitely check it out. I will link to it. Thanks for watching.